Greetings guys and girls, fellow gamers, my name is Kickz and welcome back to more Dune Awakening. In the last episode, we had our ass eaten by the worm. We had to replace all our gear, craft everything from scratch, but it worked out well. We wear our heavy armor sets in our chest and our pants, and the rest is light armor. We got our MK2 power pack, our MK2 shield, we got our Emperor wings, and we have our disruptor and a very nice shotgun, which actually was a lot more fun than I expected. So I'm using that actually as my main non-shield weapon. And then of course we have Carlos Drinker. We're gonna need to find a replacement for that, but 10.9 damage per hit is so far pretty cool. The main focus today will be the Mentat trainer quest chain, which is gonna be in Hagar Rift, the Mentat trainer, for the first basic trainer. We're going to launch a probe, we're gonna uncover the area, then we're going to complete the quest chain, unlocking the ability to go to the advanced trainer. In the process, of course, any outpost we're gonna come across, we're gonna get the intel. Any area we come across that has possibly a schematic, we're going to get the schematic and check out what we find. And we might even have enough time to try our hands on the Imperial testing station. Though for solo gameplay, we might want to go into the next tier armor, which is the steel tier, but we can give it a shot if there's enough time and have a go at it. But we're gonna do the other contracts, of course, as well along the way that are spread throughout here and complete everything in one go. And hopefully by the end of today, we're gonna have all the contracts done in this area and have the new skill tree unlocked. Now, seeing we're already here, we're gonna start off in this area. We're gonna get the intel quickly. There's no schematics over there. There is a known schematic chest in the Ganama Caverns. We're gonna check that out, and then we're going to head over to Hagar Rift. So let's head inside and see if we can find that chest.
Need reinforcements!
And this is quite a large cave. Oh, that reminds me, before we're gonna go deeper in here, we have some skills, and one of them is quite interesting. It is an explosive grenade. I want to try that one out. So we're going to unlock the explosive grenade. We're going to assign that. We don't need sprint while we're here. And we're also going to be increasing the disruptor damage and the scattergun damage, because we are actually having a scattergun and a disruptor equipped right now. Then I believe we want to increase the damage for short blades. And we're going to select battle hardened, which lowers the ability cooldowns by 20%. I think it affects all abilities, not just the troopers ones. So let's have a go at this. There we go, that's assigned. So let's see if we can throw that far enough and how much damage it does. Nice, I love it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There is... Look at this. This guy's in trouble. I can't believe there's quicksand right in the cave here. Let's see if we can find that chest. Oh, here we go. What did we get? Okay, we got a Dew Reaper, we got a handheld resource scanner, and we got some spice-infused iron dust and the Menal stillsuit gloves. Now let's head over to the Slaver's Regret and get the intel point, followed by the Bulwark. There should be no schematic chest there, and hopefully that will be just very quick. Oh, very nice. Got some machinery. And here's the intel point as well. Very good. That was quick.
So, someone's here. Where is everybody found? Who goes there? Back up! Die! Watch out! Reload!
And here we go, here's the intel. Beautiful. Now, I don't want to right now make my room any bigger, and I don't really need the repair station all the time, so you can just build it, repair your items, and then just demolish it again, and you get the same resources back that you just spent, so which is awesome. Now, this is where we want to go. We just want to find a nice short path, so we're gonna head across here. And the trainer is around here. Here we go, short and sweet. Should be no danger at all. And welcome to Hagar Rift. Now the trainer is just over there on the other side. But we're gonna head up there and see if we can set off a probe. See if that is high enough. Beautiful. And there we go. The trainer is actually right there below us. You can see in the top, in the middle, the icon for the Mentat trainer. So let's go. Whoopsie. Kind of forgot I didn't have the leap belt. The leap belt is much better because you can just jump and you won't die, but I forgot that the Emperor's wings is a little bit different. Alright, at least we're here. The contract button Hagar Rift, there's nothing there yet because we shouldn't be really in here, but the trainer is gonna give us missions in Eastern Vermilion Sky.
You seem fit enough. Before I can teach you, I must know that you are capable. I have tasks for you that are exceedingly simple, yet necessary.
Well, that's fine. I accept the contract. Basic training, deliver plant fiber 100, deliver iron ore 40, and then we have to plant poison.
Back again.
Yeah, I brought the items that you're asking for. And iron ore.
Here, you know what to do next.
Okay, so she's giving us some poison, I guess, and we're gonna have to plant the poison now, which is all the way over here. And we're gonna go here next anyway to do the contracts and get the intel points. Plus, there's 2 more schematic chests here in this area as well. The other great thing is because we're in Hagar Rift already, if we want to start making steel, we need carbon, and Hagar Rift, well, they have carbon right here. So let's get our first carbon and go past our base on the way to the contracts and start making our first steel. Now there's an argument to be made that we could go straight here into Hagar Rift and get our first crystals. However, I think something changed because you used to be able to pick up the odd crystal here, but as far as I know, you have to drive all the way in here until you get to this mineral extraction facility if you go from the south where you get the first crystals. It's a bit of a drive and we are going to do that eventually, but there are better access areas. There is an access area, I think, near number 6, near facility 6, where you can just drive in, get right into facility 5. I think you go through the facility, it brings you down a level where you can then get, or up a level where you then can get into facility 6, and you can do kind of like a circuit. And then you can just literally drive back out here. So it would be good to maybe set up somewhere here a little mini base for refining those crystals into paste, because they're quite heavy. They weigh quite a lot, unlike the dust that doesn't weigh a lot for silicon blocks. So that one, you just drive to one of those dust areas and just pick up as much as you can. You should have enough silicon for a long time. Now, unlike iron ingots, which only use 25 water, steel ingots take 50 water, but we have 128 iron ingots so far, so we could make 56. Let's make 40, 20 here, and 20 in the second one. While we're at home, let's make the leap suspensor belt. Now, the leap suspensor belt is a hell of a lot better than the one we have right now, because you can jump from very great height and then literally just before you get to the bottom, activate your belt and you're not gonna really hit the ground at all hard, so you don't lose any health. But the one we have right now, you need to activate it very early and then hold it active the whole time. So the leap suspensor belt is a very good improvement, and it takes iron ingots. So we're going to be crafting that. Now let's take the very first steel and make ourselves a sniper rifle. To do that though, we need a weapons fabricator. So let's unlock that, which is gonna cost 40 steel ingots to unlock in the first place. And we need 12 for the weapon. We can make another 16 steel ingots. So let's make the 12. And let's temporarily craft the fabricator. And now that we have the 12 steel ingots, we can craft our sniper rifle. Now the sniper rifle takes heavy darts, but they just need scrap, and for each craft it crafts 15. So let's craft about 300. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to unlock the MK2 sandbike, because we have an MK1 sandbike and we also have the parts for another MK1 sandbike that we got basically from the worm. But what I want to do with this is I want to craft the engine, and just the engine, because that will give us a little bit of extra speed. So let's detach the MK1 engine and assemble the MK2. And the great thing about the sniper rifle is if you don't kill someone straight away, it leaves a poison dot on them, which then eventually kills them. Okay, here's the first outpost, and I think the intel is right there in this window. Let's see if we can get to it. Okay, so let's see if we can crawl in through here. There we go, look at that. And we got the intel, beautiful. Might as well get some components here. Now there's no schematic in this outpost, so we can move on. So let's head over here to this outpost. Oh, there's the intel point, so we can skedaddle. Take it. But let's take these guys out anyway. Now it doesn't have a schematic chest, but you get some really free good components and some iron ingots. Oh, look at that. And we get a medium blood pack if we wanted to. We already have two. Here we go, an MK2 health kit, nice. So the last outpost here is going to be, well, the second last is going to be Westview. Again, there's no schematic there. Yes, ingots and components. And we get the intel point. Beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna head over to the contract now. Stealing from thieves. Locate the cache of stolen goods outside Metzaba. And this is what I meant by this belt. You can literally fall from great height and just the last second, just tap your belt and you're gonna be fine. We're now getting close to the marker. And here we go. Let's investigate. We didn't find the item. Now we're gonna unlock the next part of the quest and this contract. This contract is multi-contract, so it has loads and loads of steps. And the next one is like you contact the issuer and he gives you the next step now, which is just to eliminate 4 Kira bandits in the area. Completely random, so any camp, any cave, any will do. Now to kill those four bandits, we might as well make our way over to the other contract, kill bandits along the way, and also there's a schematic all the way at the very tippy top of this anvil. Now there is a way into this anvil, and then you take some stairs through the anvil or through that big rock all the way to the top. And this is actually where the 5th trial is. So we already, or the 4th trial, sorry. We already have done the 2nd trial. Now the 3rd trial is all the way over here, and this is where the 4th trial is. You can't do them out of order. So just to show you this, because we're here, if you happen to go into here and you try to do it, it says return later. So you can't actually skip ahead doing the trials. But if you keep following the stairs past the entrance for the trial, you get out here to the top. And right there is an ornithopter. And right behind the ornithopter is a chest. And okay, we got lucky. We got the Scorpius blood back. I think it's random as well. There's like 2-3 schematics you can get. Now there's a set of caves here as well, just north of the anvil here. And that will also contain a schematic. Let's see if we can kill the last 2 bandits here and move the contract on, because I think the next part of the contract is actually right here. There we go, eliminated 4 bandits. So we're gonna contact the issuer, hunt in the contract, and now we unlock that we have to kill Suk Los's thieves, market for information. And that's where we are exactly. So this cave here is the next in line as well for our contract, but it's also a location where we can find another schematic. There's a secret room in there, which also will lead us then to the schematics. Let's get the band. And when you get into this room, look up. There's a little hole there. And then we're just gonna sneak through here. Pick up some bandages. Might as well heal up quickly. A little bit of a drink. And here we go. Here's the... Oh, wow. It has a special shotgun in here. That is nice. And now all that's left is to finish the contract here. Now, the reason I didn't do that outpost down there, this contract that we're just doing, I think it ends up here. So we have to do the Southview outpost intel anyway. We have to go in there. And I think both contracts now, First Blood to plant the poison, as well as the other contract that we have been doing, Payback, is actually both gonna be in here. Here we go, we have to read a scroll. That's the first one. Let's actually take the sniper rifle. There we go.
Shields up.
And right here is the second scroll that we need to read for one of the contracts. And actually the poison Mentat contract is right here in the room that we unlocked. I completely forgot about that. It's right here. There we go. That's what we have to interact with, and that's where we have to plant the poison. The Mentat contract is completed. We just have to report back to the Mentat trainer. And the Payback contract is completed. We just have to contact the issuer, and it's going to give us a final contract location, which is going to be down there, right there by the outpost. outpost. Okay, we hit the last outpost and we have to get the intel as well as taking out the leader. There's the boss, by the way. Like, not this guy, but this guy. Get a dot going on him. Shotgun. And that's it. And that's the contract done. Oh, there's a big chest. And we can see the intel right over there in the room. That's it. So we did all the contracts. We did all the intels. Now I think we can hand in the contract here for payback. Yeah, contract issuer. Oh, before we do, oh yeah, hang on. So you can't hand in things, I believe, if you are full on the inventory. So they changed that, which is really, really good, because they used to drop it on the ground before, and then people just plain and simply forgot. So let's make a little bit of room. And now we should be able to claim the contract. Claim the rewards. There we go, contract reward received. And we got the Way of the Wanderer gun, which is actually a pretty awesome gun. It's a very fast little pistol. It's very nice, and each shot does 16 damage. Let's have a quick look at the Scipio's blood bag and see how much it stores, and the shredder, and see if we can even craft it. So the blood bag holds 13,000. That is amazing. So a 9,000 bag and a 13,000 bag is 22,000, and we can hold 24,000. So yeah, we definitely want to craft this. And the shredder does 124 damage. That is sick. Okay, this shotgun is sick. It has 48 ammunition, but one shot, boom, 12 ammunition. That is crazy. Now we're gonna head back to the Mentat trainer to hand in our quest.
Back again. So you have. Let us finalize this transaction. And here I thought I was going to be the one cheating you on this deal. After all, you can't simply become a Mentat. Mentat training begins during infancy, and the subject is not told because it might inhibit them. Seems like somebody just forgot to finish yours. So we both profit in the end. Good for us.
So she's pretty hardcore because she kind of assumed that I was going to never be able to get a Mentat training anyway, and gave us the contract nonetheless. So now we unlocked the Mentat tree. We can do things like the Sentinel now, which is pretty handy. But what I'm really after is not the Sentinel. We are going to go into ranged damage. And then we're gonna head over here to pistol damage, which it's not gonna benefit us. We have no pistol, but we're gonna get rifle damage. Now we're gonna talk to her again.
Back again.
And we're gonna ask her if she can teach us more.
Our journey together ends here. I can take you no further.
But I want to learn more.
The seats of the great houses are your best chance. Harko and Arrakeen. I recall seeing the odd adept pass through from time to time.
All right. So what she's basically saying is go to the capitals, and that's where you're going to find a trainer. And we're going to head to the trade post, and we're going to talk...
You look a little lost, friend.
To the ornithopter pilot.
You need to be. I can fly music to my ears. Atreides and their war levies.
Now we're going to have to pay 2,500 Solaris to travel to the main city. I have all my money on me, so I can put it in the bank as well.
All right.
And welcome to Arrakeen. So we're just here. We have a couple of vendors here, but what we're actually interested in is a few things. The charm exchange. If you have to pay taxes, if you use the advanced sub-thief and you have to pay taxes, that's over here. This is where you can store your money in the bank and it's safe. And anywhere, any trader, anybody you talk to will use money either from your inventory or from your bank. However, the ornithopter pilot only takes money from your inventory. So make sure you have enough money left in your inventory if you want to use that ornithopter pilot again to come back here. You don't need to pay the pilot to get out of here, just to come back here. Then what we're interested in is the bar, because that is where we're gonna find the advanced Mentat trainer. And up here on the balcony, I think we're gonna find the advanced trooper trainer. So let's head into Arrakeen. Head straight left here into the bank.
Welcome. Would
Talk
you
to
like
the guy and
deposit?
deposit
How
all
much
our money.
Stellaris would you like?
So next we're gonna step into the bar, and all the way in the back of the bar. So if you're looking for trainers, you see these blue lights? The blue lights denote trainers.
Who are you?
I'm looking to continue my Mentat training.
But promise? Very promising.
So the contract for the Mentat is: my syndicate has been challenged by a rival group. I hereby request assistance. Begin your search in the eastern Vermilius Gap, locate their members, extract information, and use it as a budding Mentat navigation such elements would. See to it that the Mobula gang experiences the calamity that is by all calculations due. Collect any tangible records of their dealings and return to me when you have inflicted the appropriate level of sabotage. Now we're gonna have to head up here to the trooper trainer, the advanced trooper trainer, which is up the stairs, and then we can walk over across on the balcony. And there we can see the blue light in the distance already. That denotes that there's gonna be a trainer. And here we go.
Say, stranger.
Alright, Boot. If you're so eager to please, I need you to find a slaver camp in Jabal Ifrit. They're nothing special, just your run-of-the-mill flesh peddlers, but they happen to be rumored to possess a particular piece of technology I'm after. Servo-stim transmitters. Kill the slavers and keep whatever you can carry, but any servo-stim transmitters, they belong to me. Understand? Great. Sounds straightforward enough.
I'm in, Sergeant, is the correct response.
I'm
The
in,
details
Sergeant.
are in the contract, Boot.
And that's the three main reasons why we came to the big city. We wanted to keep our money safe, talk to the trooper trainer, and talk to the advanced Mentat trainer.
You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need.
So now we're going to be able to fly back to Hagar
The basin is
Basin,
a
and
pretty
we're going to
big
tell her
place.
about any of the
Could you narrow
outposts
it
that we
down a little?
discovered. So if we discovered all the outposts, we can pick any of them, but the Anvil is obviously where we want to go. That's where we have our base. That's the area we're currently questing. And
I
it's free
never
of
kn-
charge, so
Let's
it doesn't
move.
cost us
Of
another
course.
2,500. Now the trooper quest is right here, and this is actually the next area we're pretty much gonna go into to get into Steel. Now the third trial is here. Yes, we're gonna have to go over here and do that, but if we want to get into Steel, we're gonna have to get into this entrance here anyway. And we have a lot of contracts here, so I think the next logical step in our journey would be to head over to Jabal Ifrit al-Janub and do all the contracts, one of which is Seeking Control, which is the trooper contract, the second tier, which is going to come in very handy. Now the other quest is actually right here. It's in the Anvil, where we have to interrogate the Mubula gang member and then go from there. But we're not going to do this right now. I'm going to leave this episode here. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel, like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.